phone call. It triggered me, I got a phone call. Some individual didn't know what they were getting themselves into, filed for bankruptcy, now they want to get out of their bankruptcy. Chapter 13, People will be asking me, should I file for bankruptcy, man? I can't really tell you, you know, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not a CPA, I can't tell you what to do, but I'll say, hell no, man. Don't be filing for no bankruptcy, son. Now, maybe it makes sense to you, okay? Maybe it does. Maybe you need to protect your home, your assets, you know, you got kids at home, you got cars, and you don't want them taking all this stuff, and it would be devastating. But in most cases, all right, most cases, you don't want to be filing bankruptcy, right? You want them to go away. Most of the people that I know, emailing, commenting, subscribing, which you can do here, I mean, hey, did you say subscribe or did I say subscribe? I could think you said subscribe. Or maybe I said subscribe. You just subscribe. What I'm saying is, a lot of people want to make this stuff go away, and bankruptcy is a way to make it go away, right? Or paying it off is a way to make it go away. I wanted to make things go away. I actually got to do one pay for delete with one store card. It was a Firestone card, and I had to do a pay for delete. Okay, but that made that go away. We're trying to make stuff go away. So what's your best option? Everybody wants to know the best option, the shortest way, the fastest way. I know a friend who filed for bankruptcy, still dealing with the ramifications of that. It was a 7, got everything discharged, has really good credit now, up in the 730s. Just talked to this person recently about that, up in the 730s, but the bankruptcy still lingering, so we're gonna help them out with that, okay? Buddy of mine. Now, why perhaps would you want to file for bankruptcy? Well, let's talk about the differences. 7 is a complete liquidation. Usually you have to hit the right income per what your debts are. Usually your debts have to outweigh your income and you're just not making a lot of money, and you can file a Chapter 7 for individuals and business entities and they'll go away. It usually takes about 6 months total from the time that you filed and get discharged in front of a the trustee, and then they will send you something in the mail later and says, hey, it's all good. Because if for some reason you just like hit the lotto during that period of time after filing bankruptcy, or somehow you get a big windfall, then they're gonna come after that money and you're not gonna be able to file bankruptcy. So this is typically the one that people are doing. They're getting out of their debts, okay? But it's gonna have a lingering effect. Yes, you can dispute it. Yes, you can potentially have it removed, but it's gonna take some time, right? You're gonna have to go through some loops and some hoops, right? Chapter 13 is a reorganization. So a lot of people get to keep their houses, their cars, maybe their boats. They're basically trying to pay off their debts for less than what it was, okay? And the 7, they might take assets, they might liquidate. It's a full liquidation, liquidate assets. So you might lose homes and cars and things of this nature. Now 13, usually you pay back over years and years and years. You can usually take off liens from homes, things of this nature, and people gotta stop harassing you. Now, the reason why, okay, this is what I'm talking about, man. This is why I say don't file for bankruptcy. This is my spicy tip of the day, man, okay? The reason I say don't file for bankruptcy is because unless they're suing you, which they might, or they might try and repossess your car or something like this, and a bankruptcy will stop repossessions like that. Unless you really absolutely have no other choice, you could skate for a little while, right? You could let this go to charge off. You can let certain things, and hey, look, I'm not a financial planner, I don't know your financial situation, and I'm not telling people not to pay what they can pay, but look, if you're really struggling, and like many of us have, and many people are scraping by to get by, I know it, I've seen it, I've been there, okay man, I've been there, all right? If you really can't afford and you stop paying, let's say you stop paying, it goes to a charge-off status, it goes to collections. Many people have been in that situation and have gotten themselves out of it by disputing it, okay? By making sure they don't get judgments against them. That's the big thing, all right? And a lot of this money is funny money. Without getting too crazy and being all cooked up, conspiratorial, when you really think about it, we're exchanging money and it's kind of funny money anyway. A lot of people are doing online banking and debits, cards, transaction, credit card, and now we're even getting into crypto. It's even further away from any type of real asset. So when you really boil it down, you're not really harming anyone. These big banks are printing money, they literally make money. They literally print money to make money. So they're doing fine. They have their insurance, they make claims, they sell to collectors who are then, buying pennies on the dollars, this whole portfolio, and then they're asking people to pay, and some people do pay, and then they're making money too. That's billions and billions of dollars, right? But we're on the other side, man. We're fighting these guys, so we don't want to give these jokers nothing. So that would be my go-to, right? People ask, and I haven't really commented too much on that. Should I file for bankruptcy? Well, it's your own personal thing, and it's your own personal, what you need, and yes it is, but I'm saying, come on man, you probably don't need to. You probably can, now, you're gonna have to deal with some stuff in the meantime. People are probably gonna be calling you, which you can file a letter to them, a cease and desist. They gotta stop talking to you, okay, so it doesn't stress you out at you and your home and your family and all that stuff. Okay, and they have to, by the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, and they can be fined and sued if they don't. So you send them the cease and desist letter so they don't bother you, so you don't have to, only if they're going to file a lawsuit against you do they contact you by phone or mail, okay? Other than that, most correspondences need to be done in the mail with a cease and desist. They can't be calling you, or you can fine them, you could take them to court. And so then that settles things down. And then you can figure things out. Do I really need to file bankruptcy? Well, maybe not. I could probably keep my home, and it seems like it's okay. Maybe they're gonna foreclose, maybe I can sell it, maybe I can do that. You have options. That's your very last resort because it could mess your credit up for a while, and then you're gonna have to go through that 6-month waiting period or pay back for on the 13 for 2-3 years, and then you can dispute that sucker and try and get that off. So, collection letters, validation letters, pay for deletion letters, debt consolidation letters, asking for an original instrument of indebtedness to see if you actually have to pay, asking for contracts, asking to see some fight, because you might come out the other end much better than where you were before. And if you do file bankruptcy, let me tell you something. If you do file bankruptcy, look, it's not your fault. None of this is your fault. I'm gonna tell you this right now, none of this is your fault. If anyone's coming to this channel now and subscribing, and please do subscribe, I'm here to tell you that this is not your fault. I don't care. I don't care if you charge them a bunch of TVs and watching TVs, or have video games at home, or whatever, or we're taking vacations or whatever, okay, and being silly with it. You probably weren't taught how to manage your money, okay? You probably just weren't taught how to manage your money. It's not your fault that you might have gotten laid off from your position at work, or there are no jobs, or that you didn't have the education, or you can't get access to certain things that other people do. It's not your fault. So listen to me. If you have to file bankruptcy, you just didn't know how to manage your money. If you have to do debt validation letters and let things go to charge off, it's not your fault. You probably just didn't know how to manage your money, and no one taught you. And even if they did, there's a whole industry out there designed to make you purchase and buy and whatever. Or maybe you have medical bills and medical issues like I had, or maybe you didn't have the student loan repayment like in the military like I thought I did. I really thought I had student loan repayment, and I thought it was in my contract, and I've had other individuals contact me in the military. Maybe there was a communication error somewhere along the line with some of your loans and your debts and whatever. Like your home, maybe you had that teaser rate back in 08 and it went through the roof, and these variable stuff and credit cards are 25%. I was looking at one of these credit cards, it was like 28% on one of these things, okay? So it's crazy. So look, all right, man, let's not get wrapped up in this too much, okay? We're gonna have fun, we're gonna get you out of debt, we're gonna repair your credit, you're gonna be traveling the world, getting business, getting trade lines for whatever you want, doing whatever, living the life, your dream. It is possible, and to facilitate that, 609creditrepair.com or theawesomelifegroup.com. We can do it for you. Subscribe if this video helped you out and you like it. Let's smash that like button and try to get this video to 200 likes. Unbelievable. Thank you to all the subscribers, and hit that bell for notifications so you get this video on demand. I will see you guys on the other side.